Good evening, class. Sorry I'm a little bit under the weather. I'm a little congested, but the case study I decided to do was case study number 4, which involved the Worldwide Widget Club. I'm sorry. The Worldwide Widget Company that has a strict non-disclosure policy that is followed by all their employees and vendors. Smith & Smith Public Relations has recently acquired the account, and all their associates working on the account has also signed their non-disclosure policy, and they are all filled within WWC's law department. They are all filled within Worldwide Widget Company's law department. Shortly after the Smith & Smith started working for their client, Worldwide Widget Company and their team was given an update about a new product that is in the works and would their team was given an update about a new product that is in the works and would revolutionize the market. The product was half the cost of their competitors and is much faster, efficient, and lasts longer. The Smith & Smith team is told not to say a word to anyone, not even to other members of the Smith & Smith team or family members. After a month of working on the new public relations program to help launch the new product, the Smith & Smith team is invited to a fundraiser held by the Newtown Symphony Orchestra. At the fundraiser, there is plenty of food and wine to go around, and before you know it, a Smith & Smith junior staffer that is assigned to the Worldwide Widget Company account drank more than he should have and started sharing everything he knew about the confidential product that Worldwide Widget Company is producing to an editor at the Newtown News. As president of the Smith & Smith Company, I hear him blab the last and final bits of information to the editor, and I pull the junior staffer aside. What will my course of action be with this situation that occurred? What will be done with the employee, and what should be said to the editor and my client? Well, the first question that needs to be addressed is what the ethical issue and conflict is. I am ultimately responsible for the actions taken by my employee and him leaking confidential information. The employee should be terminated for violating the signed document of the Worldwide Widget Company's non-disclosure policy form, as they were our client and he broke the policy that was put into place, that he agreed to abide by. Now that the information has been leaked to the editor, it is vital to ask the editor to hold off on publishing any material until it comes closer to the release of the product. I could try to schedule a meeting between the editor and the Worldwide Widget Company to see if there could be some additional information shared to the editor for a favor in return to publish the story later. I would have to inform the Worldwide Widget Company about the leaked information as I know about what happened, as well as inform them about the ways we can deal with the situation. Telling the truth is one of the management principles that Arthur W. Page offered to lead ethical behavior. Tell the truth. Let the public know what's happening and provide an accurate picture of the company's character, ideals, and practices. In this case, the public would be Worldwide Widget Company, and I would want them to know that I was not trying to hide the situation from them, and I was trying to fix the issue that my employee created. Internal and external factors. There are multiple factors that need to be reviewed that are internal and external. An internal factor would be the actions that need to be taken to the employee who disclosed information after signing the non-disclosure policy that was signed by all the employees of Smith & Smith that are working with the client, Worldwide Widget Company. Another internal factor, including my responsibility as the president of Smith & Smith, is to represent our clients properly to their expectations and have corrective actions on errors that occur on our behalf, such as one of our employees releasing confidential information for Worldwide Widget Company's production. And finally, an external factor would be the editor of the Newtown News that has a story they want to share because of one of my employees. But it is in the best interest of Smith & Smith to have the editor hold off on the story to properly represent the Worldwide Widget Company. The external factor may be hard to persuade as they have no interest in protecting the information, as the story would generate readers to read their articles because they have information that no other news source has. The problem with unauthorized information that is released would make certain individuals in positions of authority look bad. The PR person is always suspect and therefore occupies a high tension spot. They will have to be persuaded with something that could benefit them more, such as more information that no other news source has, as well as gain more truthful and factual information from an organization instead of a pass of an intoxicated employee of a PR company. Identifying key values. The key values from this situation can be found in the Public Relations Society of America's Code of Ethics. The one that sticks out the most to me is honesty, independency, loyalty, and fairness. In the Code of Ethics, the Public Relations Society of America, these key values include that honesty is to adhere to the highest standards of accuracy and truth in advancing the interest of those we represent and in communication with the public. Independence, as we provide objective counsel to those who we represent and we are accountable for our actions. Loyalty, as we are faithful to those who we represent, while honoring our obligations to serve the public interest. And fairness, as we deal fairly with clients, employees, competitors, peers, vendors, the media, and the general public. We respect all opinions and support the right of free expression. These key values are key to be successful in ethical public relations practitioner. These are values that are taught throughout the company and are expected to be followed daily, and it is unacceptable to stray from. Identifying the parties affected by the decision. The parties that will be affected by the decision made will first be the Worldwide Widget Company, as they are the ones who had the information released to the media. Another party that would be affected would be the Newtown News, as they must decide if they are willing to withhold the story that could be great for their organization. And finally, the Smith & Smith employee are also affected. The employee who released the information would be terminated, but there is also the possibility that the Worldwide Widget Company could terminate the contract that they have because of the mishandling of information by one employee. The team would have to work to find a new client and must still not disclose any of the other information, as they could be sued for improperly handling the confidential information. Ethical principles. Referring to the Public Relations Society of America's Code of Ethics, one of the provisions of conduct includes the safeguard confidence, which relates to this case. This core principle, client trust, requires appropriate protection of confidential and private information. The intent of this principle is to protect the privacy rights of clients, organizations, and individuals by safeguard confidentiality information. It is vital for a public relations practitioner to offer peace of mind that the confident information that is shared between the practitioner and the organization is kept confidential. The guidelines of this provision are that a member shall safeguard the confidences and privacy rights of present, former, and prospective clients and employees. Protect privileged, confidential, and insider information gained from a client or organization, and immediately advise an inappropriate authority if a member discovers that confidential information is being divulged by an employee of a client's company or organization. Reasons behind decision. Based on the code of ethics that are set in place by the Public Relations Society of America, the client should be notified immediately about what had occurred between the employee and the editor. As the president of the company, this should be done by me and should be explained very clearly to share all information that is known to the Worldwide Widget Company. I recommend that the Worldwide Widget Company and the Smith & Smith collaborate on the decision to be made regarding the information being linked to the media. I believe the best option is to see if the editor could hold off on the story until the Worldwide Widget Company is about to release the product to the public. It is best when an organization wants to share with the media, as they should be able to trust you to protect from them. It is best when an organization wants to share with the media, as They should be able to trust you to protect them from copyright complications and libel and lottery laws that can be violated in publicity copy. And lottery laws that can be violated in publicity copy. The Newtown News would be able to publish a more accurate story and have the Worldwide Widget Company as a source of the information received, and will be able to publish an accurate story. Another suggestion could be that the Worldwide Widget Company has an early press release sharing the information to the public around the same time as Newtown News releasing the article. And this option is best if the editor refuses to hold off on publishing the information. Since the Smith & Smith had an employee who vowed not to disclose confidential material and then broke that vow, Smith & Smith may be faced with legal issues between Worldwide Widget Company if they are affected by the information being mishandled by the Smith & Smith employee. The account between the Worldwide Widget Company and Smith & Smith may be terminated, as Worldwide Widget Company may not want to continue to work together as there was a breach in the safeguard confidence, even if there was an immediate action to inform Worldwide Widget Company about the mishandling of confidential information by the employee. Also, the employee who released the information should be terminated even though they were a junior associate. Sharing information that is confidential is a major violation of the public relations practitioners, and every employee should be treated equally and disciplinary action should be consistent across the board. So if they were not terminated, other employees may feel like it was wrongful to share confidential information. Thank you for listening and have a good night.